Guys, maybe we should do commentary over this, right? Harry has not changed his intro for the past 5 years.
We've got 5 seconds.
I'm not sure anybody's hearing this. Yeah, he has not changed his intro in the past 5 years. He's been using it for so long.
Yeah, because Eugene, Eugene, you know who was my old intro? You know who did my old intro?
Oh no.
Eugene, do you know who used my old intro?
Mm.
You know who it was, right?
Who?
Used it.
Who?
Oh, yeah. Who did your old intro? Get someone else to do. Yeah, I know. Yeah, get someone else to do it. We've been using this intro for so long. TJ's supposed to get you one, right?
Yeah. Anyways,
let's go and put it in the chat GPT and get chat GPT will get you an intro, bro.
Well, this is an intro and a half.
Okay.
He's talking rubbish before he's even
First
said
we'll
anything.
introduce everyone. Okay, Eugene, please decide to introduce himself. Eugene, you're right.
Yeah, I'm well. Hope you all guys are well too. Right? It's 1 a.m. here in Malaysia, but tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow's Saturday, so yep, we can do the show. And of course, National Day is coming up. Our Independence Day is coming up on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Monday.
Bank holiday for us as well, actually, Monday. Jack.
Oh, you got bank holiday. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm very, very good. Long day at work, raining. Weather's crap, but things are looking up at the moment, so it's all good. This is about football, man. What is this random question? I mean, I'm going to answer it in the plainest of terms. None of them, because they're both weirdos. But yeah, let's talk about football, not Sydney Sweeney and Margot Robbie. Fuck's sake.
Why can't we have both?
Man?
Why can't we have both? Right, we are Spurs now, right? We are buying everybody left, right, and center, so we must have both.
Can we just have both?
Yeah, we'll buy both of them.
Come on, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Come on now.
pick them all.
Come on.
Yeah.
TJ?
We are Spurs, man.
Yo.
You're
Well,
right,
go on,
man.
what you saying? Yeah, man.
He's just naked.
Man. I can't lie to you.
Oh, he's not
offense
naked,
to the
all right.
show, yeah. No offense to the show. I'm just eating my food, innit? Like, I'm hearing you guys waffle away. But I'm good, my bro. What are you telling me, man? Hope you're well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the window. Hope Spurs are back. Hopefully we're back.
Yeah.
You know what? Look, we definitely have the manager, but do we have the players? That's the question. But other than that, what I want, bro. Cool. I'm coming up.
There's too much hope there.
Yeah, I don't want you to be watching me.
Well, at least
That's
I'd
fine,
rather
man.
watch you eat. I'd rather watch you eat food than be naked the whole time. You know what I mean? This is actually a better sight of just eating food instead of being naked on the streams and shit. I'm not being funny. I'm just
At this point, yeah. At this point, I actually should be naked, man. I'm making a whole heap of mess of me on me. So that's why I'm naked.
Don't get any ideas. We don't want any ideas from you. Thank you very much.
The idea.
Trust me, man.
The idea.
Tell them, yeah. Keep me away from your man, them. I still your guys, bro.
Like I got a headphone in because if that was heard out loud, I don't know what the reaction would be.
All right, cool.
Oh,
enough of the waffle. I'll let you guys carry on.
Yeah, happy feet, Harry. Even though I'm probably in your lane now. How you doing, man?
I wasn't right, believe it or not. What a start. Great to be here, though. Listen, it's a summer transfer window of our dreams. I'm very happy. I'm loving what we're seeing. I'm hoping this continues on to future windows. Obviously not great against Brentford, but much better against Charlton. The level of opposition's got to be factored in terms of non-Premier League and playing the reserves, making 10 changes for their last game where they beat West Ham. But still, we needed that for confidence, didn't we? So I'm excited. I'll be going tomorrow, so yeah, can't wait to be back. And fingers crossed we see a much better performance. As much as we want to see a win, it's not me just excusing or justifying if we don't. But I think it's about seeing a team, because the Zerbi said we weren't a team, and we're not a team yet after Brentford. We need to see a team. We need to see structure. Fingers crossed we see that tomorrow. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we are going to start with the two games before we speak about the transfers, because I thought So, because I've got you, Harry. First of all, what are your thoughts on the Brentford game, and what are your thoughts on the Charlton game? Also about like the changes he made for the Charlton game as well. And obviously, we'll have to talk about Savio because that cameo was like unreal. But anyway, just the floor is yours to just say what you want about both games.
No worries. God, that's a dangerous game. Give me the floor. Goodness me, be here all night. But we start at Brentford, making me revisit that. That's a punishment in itself, wasn't it, really? Right. Okay. We weren't great against Brentford, but I looked at it and I will say that I am positive anyway, so it's important to remember. And of course, it was unacceptable, both the performance and result. But I think when you spend that amount of money, but particularly you bring in that amount of players, the quantity, it's always going to take time to gel. I think it does for everybody. Look at Nottingham Forest. You should use them as examples. I think they're the best example. Spent a lot of money under Steve Cooper. The real ambition. I don't like him, but under Mariakis, to be fair, he did show ambition there. But they nearly went down, didn't they? Because it just took so long to gel. It's as simple as that. It does take time. In my eyes, that was a completely new back line because Kinski wasn't the number one for the lion's share of last season. Archie Gray, for me, is not a right back. Sorry. I may get shot for saying that, but I don't think he is, and I don't feel comfortable with him in that position. Then, of course, Robertson knew, Van Hecken knew, Senesi knew. So a whole new back line, Brentford away. It was always going to be tough when you think about it before the game, and we never were ready, Haz. I think we got pre-season wrong from a planning perspective in so many ways, but that just being one. And also, I don't think we saw the Zerbi ball or certainly his style last year. It was all about survival, players in the trenches for him, working really hard. I don't think there was any thought whatsoever in terms of let's play this certain way. It was how can we get a result? How can we stay in the Premier League? Which ultimately was down to not only the last game, but the last kick of the last game. I think we're all worried right up until that final whistle. Way too close for comfort. The fans have put through that, and they should never be put through that again. Never should have been put through it in the first place, but we need to make sure that never happens again. I think it's a large reason what we're seeing in the summer window. So for just some of those reasons, and that Kudus, Van der Ven and Porro were unavailable, and Savio Marmouche, of course, weren't signed by then. So you combine all these things, and that's the way I look at it. I look at it and go, really, we could have done that game being a week later, but it is what it is. It's cool, still unacceptable. The players on the pitch were more than capable of doing better than what they showed. What was most disappointed about that, before I move on to Charlton, was that there was no structure. And as the Zerbi said, we weren't a team. I didn't see anything, not even a pass or two, where I thought, you know what, that's what De Zerbi's trying to build, whereas I did against Charlton. In Charlton, much better. Ignore the comment. Charlton, much better, though. I was super impressed. But having said that, Has up 41 minutes, we were poor until we broke the deadlock, and then we stepped it up. That we needed that, didn't we? But in the end, I just thought Mikey Moore superb. Savio, what a debut! I'm sorry, but that's a brace. Davis, come on, please. That's a brace for Savio, whether you like it or not. But no, it was good from him. Mikey Moore was good. Clinical from Solanke. You need to keep him fit this year. Fernandez, I thought, stole the show in midfield. So again, I know I always do look at the positives, but I think we needed that for confidence because we go into Newcastle going, actually, we've got a win under our belt, and we could be in for, second home win of the season. Just saying.
I was going to say before I move on to Eugene, for me with the Brentford game, I completely agree with you. Like the whole new back line was like you could see we struggled with that a lot. I mean, apart from Senesi, I didn't think any of the defenders really gave a good account of themselves, to be honest. I thought Van Hecken,
and even I think, was slightly wobbly at times, wobbly.
And then like the midfield, obviously picked Tonali, but no Fernandez. And I thought when Fernandez came on, we looked a lot better. And obviously attack is the attack. I mean, we weren't good. We ain't got much up front until we see Marmouche with Savio. And then I thought with Charlton, I completely agree. The first 30 minutes, whatever it was, till Mikey Moore scored, we were really poor. And maybe the goal just gave us some confidence, and we started to sort of not click, but like get some confidence and start to play. Obviously, Savio's cameo was like unreal, and he really personally reminds me of like players like Aaron Lennon. I mean, me and TJ spoke about this off air a lot. Aaron Lennon, Townsend, wingers like that.
Townsend,
yeah. Like he has that sort of like pace, and then hopefully
he has that build.
That first goal, it'll be one of many, because obviously a lot of people questioned, like me, his output. So if he can carry on the way he's going off that cameo and just ripping players on that whichever side he's on, just shooting and banging them in, like that was a great goal we scored, especially the first one. Like we could have a real player on our hands. Eugene, what are your thoughts on the two games?
Oh, he's muted. We're gonna figure it out in a minute.
All right. To be brutally honest,
Oh, there you go.
the Brentford game we were shit. All right. Oh, you can't hear me, guys. Can you hear me?
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
You can hear me now.
We can now.
All right.
He got straight to the point
all right.
and said,
to be honest and brutally honest, right? All right.
Yeah, sorry. Carry on. Sorry.
We were shit, right? We were shit, all right, in that whole game. All right. And to tell the truth, I guess the Zerbi got it wrong. Okay. And we have to move on. Okay. That's one thing I said. We got to move on. We got to give him another chance. I'll give him 3 chances, right? In not making all these shitty mistakes. So this is his first strike for me, right? And of course, I hope I don't see Archie Gray as captain again because I don't think he is ready for that position, right? Doesn't have that commanding kind of presence. And basically, it all fell apart. Charlton game, I didn't watch it because it was at 3:45 a.m. here in Malaysia. So due to work and all that, I woke up to a surprising result of 5-1. But then when I went through these information and all that, I found out Charlton played their C team. Right. And furthermore, in the first 11 minutes, they had another 2 injuries and, blah, blah, blah. We smacked it in. It's a good thing is that we scored the goals, guys. And I think this is what we need. The whole of the preseason, we have not scored many goals. So I hope this could be one of our preseason games. We're getting into gear. And we all understand that so many new players are here. It takes time to become a team, right? The most important word to become a team most probably is, find the soul and, the understanding, the cohesion and all that. So hopefully with the new signings coming in, we might have to give it one more game, right? Or one more half for him to pick the right, the first 11 for the Newcastle game was probably be the important one. But let's see how it goes, right? This long, Archie Gray is not captain again. I will give him that chance. If he puts Archie Gray in cap. But I hear VDV is coming back, so so let's hope he will take over that mantle. So
Van der Ven come on against Charlton, so he should be okay to start the weekend. Fingers crossed.
He should. He should indeed. He should.
Tomorrow, I think we'll start.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Tomorrow, so we should be all right. Instead of Archie Gray. Yeah. TJ, what are you thoughts on the game?
Thoughts on what? The game? What game?
The game.
Yeah, we need Paul to start too, right? So the thing is that
yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait, what game? You're talking about the Brentford game or just and the Charlton game? Okay, cool. I can't even remember the Brentford game. I'll be so honest with you. Yeah,
both games.
All I know, I remember us losing. Yeah, getting slapped up. I remember this one thing though. I'll be honest with you. The Zerbi got it wrong with the midfield. That's what I would say. For me, I don't know why he didn't start Mateus Fernandes. So
he said Bergvall was going to suffer more. He said after the game as well. I expected him to suffer a bit more. Weird when you look at it.
100%. The Zerbi definitely got it wrong with the lineup against Brentford, but I can't remember. It's been too long ago since that Brentford game. But going back to the Charlton game, ultimately the first half was absolutely dog shit in my opinion. First 30 minutes, right? I think you guys said it already. I think once Mikey Moore scored, I think we kind of like started to play well. I was actually doing a live stream with Jack. So you know what? Funny enough, innit? I'm starting to do live streams on TikTok. That's going to be a regular occurring thing when I can get my camera out, innit? So every single time you have been a special guest. So let it carry on. So we were even speaking about like how the first half was just like we weren't good enough, in my opinion. And you need to understand this. There was about 7 players from that Charlton team that were given their debuts. So it wasn't their first squad. That's another worrying thing about whether we think Tell, Mikey Moore, and whoever, Solanke or Richarlison or whoever it is, the fact that we couldn't kind of like pin them down, it was really, I don't know, man. It was upsetting. That first half was really worrying, But then again, when Mikey Moore had amazing cameo. Well, when I say a cameo, I think ultimately he was a part of that first half performance, and I automatically said it was really shit. I think the goal, obviously, he took it well, but I didn't really see much in his performance, like I didn't see much in Tell's performance. Yeah, the goal was really well taken, and again, he is young in it. So again, it was just worrying for a few of them players that were on the pitch. Now the second half was a bit different, the obvious candidate, Savinho, man, came on like a man possessed, man. The way he took that first goal. That's what we need. We needed players that could just run at the defender. Like just take on your man. Even if you try to do it 10 times, and 10 of them times are not successful, at least you're trying to take on your man. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And Savinho looks like a player that is just going to be willing to take on his man over and over and over and over again. Whereas players like I'm just obviously just correlating to like players like Mikey Moore or sometimes players like Tell. For some reason, they just don't run at their defenders. They don't try beat them, and I like a winger to just carry on constantly, just putting pressure on that defender, even if it's not successful. So say he's gone and tried to take on the right back. Let's just say he gets tackled, and he gets tackled, and he gets tackled again. The effort is kind of there, and Savinho just showed us what we've been missing for a good 2 seasons. We haven't actually had a winger that will try and just run. Well, Kudos was one of them wingers, right? We would just give it to him and he would run, but he's been injured, so I'm not adding him to my statement. But yeah, going back to the Charlton game, it was a good performance for the second half. Savinho definitely surprised a lot of us. I think a lot of us were 50-50 on the Savinho signing, Even myself, I would even admit I am still 50-50 on it, right? Hear me out. I think he's going to do well, but I just feel like we can get a better quality winger with the end product. But again, I think he's going to do. He's young. He's going to grow. Under the Zerbi, he likes to transform wingers. Look at Matoma, for example. So Mason Greenwood, as we are gonna, Mason Greenwood. Look at how he transformed him at Marseille. He actually done a pretty good job with Mason Greenwood. But now going back to the main point that I was making, we performed well, and I think to win our first win of the season is great. I just want to mention this one thing. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to attend against the Charlton game. Something came up literally 10 minutes before around 5 o'clock. No, 5:30. Well, I had people come to my house and they weren't gonna leave. Well, I tried to force them out. Well, after to be honest with you, I lost the track of time, and then one of my mates basically said, well, yeah, you're going to get relegated.
That sounds
again.
more like it. That sounds more like it. You lost
That's
track of time.
No, but that's what ended up
wait, what they need cut?
Nah. Not no orgy. Come on, allow it. What made me think about Tottenham that day was one of my Arsenal friends, and he basically said, in a joking way, Tottenham's going to get relegated again after the Brentford loss, right? And that made me think, oh shit, I'm meant to be going to the Tottenham stadium, And by that time, it was just a bit too late, so I ended up just staying home. But I'm back at the stadium on Saturday. I'm going to try to do every single home game. I know I missed that first home game, but I'm gonna try to do every single home game this season. And yeah, let's carry on the content. But yeah, back to the panel because I've spoken quite a lot. Jack, what was
Jack,
your
what do you think? Yeah.
It's hard to even put it into words, in all honesty. Look, I watched both games. I wasn't there for the Charlton game. I was at home. Couldn't get the tickets for that. But the Brentford game, poor. Mikey Moore could have had a hat trick, but he just couldn't finish at all. Well, he tried to, but he just kept kicking it at the keeper instead. I don't know why he didn't just do what he did the other day and just thump his foot through it and score like he did against Charlton. But that's the difference between Premier League keepers and lower league keepers. There's a massive difference. Look, the Brentford game was just the shambles, and then just watching it made me think, like, are we going back to the same narrative again? Like we had this massive thing of, we got a new manager, we're getting all these new players, everything's going to be okay, and then you watch a 3-0 defeat to Brentford away, and you suddenly sit there and question everything. It's not a good look. I think we had a slight more of a reality kick against Charlton. It's a bit of a weird one to have a reality kick over, but we need these winning games in between Premier League games in order to have that confidence and keep our momentum going, which is why I was happy to see Mikey Moore score, because he needed that after the Brentford game. I was happy to see Savio come on and then instantly make an impact with a goal and an assist. It should have been 2 goals. Now what the fuck Ben Davis was doing in that position anyway, and how it counted as his goal, but it should have been 2 goals for Savinho instead of a goal and assist. But there's that. Danzo, first touch, first goal, and then injures himself by running around the floor and punching himself in the eye. That was probably the funniest part out of the whole game. But I think, like TJ was saying, the first 40 minutes was crap. We were testing them, but we just weren't doing enough against a lower league team that we probably should be doing against a lower league team. Until Mikey Moore scored, there was just not a lot going in the slightest. And then we sort of turned ourselves on once he scored. And then all the other goals just kept flowing in. I think Solanke's goal was a little bit of a fluke. He tried it once the first time, didn't pull off, and the second one he done it again. It just sort of trickled in. Not taking anything away from him. I've missed seeing him on the pitch. And I've obviously missed having a striker that actually knows how to kick a football, because I'm not being funny. Richarlison's not going to do much of that if Solanke's fit and he's playing really well. But yeah, I mean, it's a good win, but what's the outcome? We get given probably one of the shittiest draws out of everyone, which is Liverpool. But why?
Mm-hmm.
I swear the last 3 seasons that we've gone through, we either get Aston Villa or we get Liverpool. It's I don't understand what it is and how we keep getting these Premier League sides where you get Arsenal getting Ipswich and you get like other teams getting like Middlesbrough and all this stuff. It's just like, how are these guys getting all these lower league teams and easy pickings, and then we are given Liverpool or Aston Villa? Now, don't get me wrong, Liverpool aren't the same Liverpool as what they were when we know them from Klopp and that. And Iriola is still easing his way into the job, but it doesn't take away the fact that every time we do play Liverpool in cup games, it doesn't really end massively for us. So this is the point where I don't want to get people's hopes up, saying if we beat Newcastle, we're going to go and play Liverpool away and play a really good game and we're going to win. I'm not going to say that.
I saw it's on the 16th of September. They announced the date just now. 16th of Wednesday.
So we've still got a fair bit of time until that point, until we
like
play
2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So we've still got 2-3 weeks until we play them, which means we can get the team gelling, the team more focused on each other and knowing how to play, getting De Zerbi's tactics a bit more implemented than what they already are. Because I think against Brentford we didn't really see it, and we couldn't really see it because we didn't have a full team. We was not. You think of a full team as all your first team players, best players starting, and then bringing on maybe a couple of youngsters or the rotational players. We had Mikey Moore, Solanke, and Tell. We had fucking Archie Gray right back, which for the last probably like 2 seasons I've said I don't want to see it, and I'm still seeing it. We had him as captain,
That makes no sense. Sorry. I know it's your turn, innit? Yeah, but the audacity to make him captain. I'm sorry, I never spoke about it, but I'm now remembering. I'm remembering you listing things from that. It makes no sense.
I don't understand why they gave him the captain. Did we give him the captain so he could be classed as the youngest captain to captain Spurs, bar Steve Perryman, or did we give him captain because? Well, we gave him captain because there was no other leadership there. Van de Ven wasn't there. Porro was still clearing off his hangover from winning the World Cup. Maddison is still a bit of a questionable situation.
Robinson's
and then there's Archie Gray.
But Robinson's
Right,
there.
I'm with Robinson would have been a better choice.
Robinson is one.
He'd have been a better choice. I think also Kinski would have been a choice. He was the first captain in the first game of pre-season. And
was
we
he?
all know how. Yeah, he was. It was him. Then it was Archie Gray for the whole time. And the last game against Hoffenheim, the second time around on Sunday, it was Ben Davies because obviously Archie Gray played a full 90 minutes the day before. So Archie Gray had been the captain the whole time, and then you had Kinski at the start, and then Ben Davies at the end. You could have given it to Kinski, 100%. But I think in terms of if you want a person to hold the armband and conduct leadership and be that voice from the back, give it to Robertson if you're going to start him. That's the reason. That's one of the reasons why we brought him in for this reason. Not just because he's won all these trophies. He's got a lot of experience and he can mentor a lot of the players that are younger. By Archie Gray and all the other players that we have, like Mikey Moore, for example. But obviously they all play different positions. But the leadership roles and having that person that can be their teacher and their mentor, he should have been the one to captain that side against Brentford, 100%.
Before you go on, can I just ask you guys a question? I'm going to turn on my fan. Can you tell me if it's making a lot of noise?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't even turned it on yet. What about now? Is it too loud?
No.
Sorry, I needed to report. Can you hear it?
No.
Perfect.
No.
Oh, cool. Carry on. Sorry about that. Carry on.
Well, asking questions and moaning about nothing. I ain't even turned it on. What the fuck? Anyway, that's my point. That's my point. Yeah, I put myself into a laughing fit now. I don't think giving Archie Gray the captaincy was a good idea. And the whole structure with Brentford and what Zerbi did to try and get a field a full 11 wasn't the right way to do it, and it wasn't great. So now we've brought in the players that can obviously fit in the slots better, and we now have the players back that we need back, which is pretty much our full back line of hopefully Van de Ven starting tomorrow, hopefully Porro coming back in and starting tomorrow now that he's back up. I'd rather have Van Hecke with Van de Ven at the back to have that partnership with the Dutch partnership. But not only that, I think Van Hecke has looked a little bit more like he's a centre-back over... Like, we played Davis the other day because it's against Charlton. Like, you're not going to start Senesi or you're going to start Danzo or you're going to start... Well, if Van de Ven was there, then obviously he probably would have started over most of the defenders that we have now. But I think if we have the players back that we need back, and now that we know that Marmoush is available and eligible for tomorrow, which I think is it's more of a blessing than a curse because he can play both striker and left wing. Now, I think with the way that Tell is going, and I was praising him during the preseason, but I said with the free kick that he scored and all the other stuff that he was doing in preseason, first thing I said was do it in the Prem. He hasn't done it. He didn't do it very well at Brentford. He was trying to take on his man, but couldn't. He was not able to get past Brentford's back line. And Charlton, I think he played well, but there was still something missing from him. So I think if we're going to play, if we're going to play that front three again, like we have done the last two games, I'd rather have Savio on the right hand side, and then in probably at the 75th minute take him off for Mikey Moore. I'd rather have Marmoush over on that left-hand side and then do the same thing with Tell and then either have Rick Charleston or Solanke. But it's just, we do need another striker because these two can't be, that they're never going to be fully 100%, both of them, in my opinion. Like if we get another striker, one of them goes. I don't know which one I'd rather have go. I don't know which one I'd want.
I know who I would have to keep if I was to just add to what you're saying. Now we've
So
signed
Richarlison.
Marmoush. We need to keep Solanke. If we let Solanke go, we've missed the mark. That's my hot
I
take.
think with Marmoush, he's going to be a good person to feed Solanke off the left-hand side.
It's
That's how I can see it. I'm not
one-on-one,
being funny. I like Richarlison is a good player when he's on form. But even when people try to feed him,
Next topic, anyway.
yeah, exactly. He clearly doesn't want to eat it anyway because he doesn't get onto that ball that people are trying to feed him. So Fernandes, for example, I saw him again when we was playing Charlton. I saw him ping a very nice ball from probably about the just past our in our own half, just past the centre circle, all over to Mikey Moore on the top right hand side. Those passes are what we need to be pinging over to Savinho, and we need someone else on the other side to be pinging those balls over to Marmoush. And then one of them can get a ball in where we know someone's going to be in that middle space. I don't want to keep seeing players taking on players and running into the box and then trying to play that perfect pass for a tap-in. I'm not watching FIFA. I'm not playing FIFA. I don't always want to score little tap-ins like that all the time because it frustrates me and it frustrates everyone else that plays the game. I want to be able to see us get players into positions where even if we're on the edge of the box and we're dragging these players away, past the edge of the box, taking a pot shot. If it doesn't go in, fine, you've got a shot on target. We don't get many shots on target. We had fuck all against Brentford, and we had a lot more against Charlton. Clearly, we need to be on Charlton level during these Premier League games. I can't keep seeing this in the Premier League and seeing us play lower league teams in whatever cup and having a lot better stats there than we are in the thing that we're actually mainly contesting in, and we're trying to not be 17th again. I think the Charlton game will give us a bit more of a boost now because we've got a new player in. Then we're going to get him properly integrated into the squad. Savinho has already announced himself, not just on social media, but actually playing the football game and scoring and assisting. So
he announced himself before he even played for Spurs. The way he was working for us. He announced himself before Spurs could announce him, let alone announce himself. Bro, he was liking people's posts. At one point, I felt like it was like in my stream cuts, like the way he was moving. Like
just sitting there pressing the button, like, yeah, I'm coming. I know, I'm coming. I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to keep.
Like, honestly, I think Savinho
from the very start of the transfer window. I think he wanted to be here since last year when we first spoke about it.
I think he wants to play football. I think that's the big thing about him. I think he wants to play football.
He's hungry to play, man.
Yeah,
I don't. This is a difficulty now because he wants to play football, and we're going to give him that game time where Man City weren't. The only problem that we're thinking of now is when Kudus comes back, where's he going to go? Can we play him as a 10? I'm not really sure about Kudus as a 10. I'm sure about him as a right wing and a right forward. I'm not sure about Savinho as a 10. I am very sure about Marmoush as a 10 and also a 9 and also an 11 over the left-hand side. But I'm not sure about these two who are going to be fighting their battles. So I don't know if one of them is able to shift over to the left.
Can you play Savio on the left, Marmoush in the 10 behind striker Solanke or Gakpo or whatever, and then Kudus on the right?
And then Kudus on the right. You can. I don't know how. Well, I'm sure it'd be fine over. I'm sure Savio would be fine over on the left-hand side. I haven't seen him much over there. I don't know what position you mainly played at PSV. Or Man City, you mainly played the bench role, but sometimes you get the right wing spot. But I'm not sure where he was at PSV and other clubs. I'm sure if he's perfectly fine over on that right hand side, pushing over to the left is not going to be much of an issue for him. But yeah, am I happy with Savio? Yes. Am I happy that we finally got Marmoush done? Yes. I think we need to see one more signing in striker setting other than wingers that can also play as a 10 and also as a 9, and then I think this transfer window will probably be a 10 more or less a 9 out of 10 for me.
It should be 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
Well, yeah, you can say 10
even
out of 10,
if we miss out. Sorry, I know I keep cutting into your time, innit? Sorry about that, innit? For me, innit?
I think I've overstayed my welcome, to be honest. I've been going on waffling.
Nah, I just want to say one little thing, innit? For me, innit, even if we miss out on a Gakpo or whoever we're looking to bring in, I actually have to sit here and say it was a a great window. The ambition that Enoch has actually shown the Tottenham fan base, and Eugene, I have to quote you. You were ahead of the curve, cuz. You were actually ahead of the curve. Last year, this guy had the audacity to say Enoch in when we were facing relegation, bro. He was ahead of the curve. Generally, I give you praise. A lot of people don't actually see your flowers, innit? You should be, you know, Eugene. Yeah, since I've been streaming with Eugene, innit? He doesn't get his recognition.
You in it in now.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm Enoching for footballing reasons, but I'm still Enoch out for personal reasons. And obviously, you guys know that actually know who I am, innit? The reason why I'm Enoch out. I'm not Enoch out for footballing reasons right now, but I'm Enoch King for footballing reasons because they have shown ambition. But I will mention, like, Enoch, yeah, big up yourself, innit? It's just if you were like this to the community that live in Tottenham, I might be Enoch King for personal reasons as well. But that's all I will say, innit? Obviously, I can't say online why I'm Enoch out, innit? But, yeah. That's how it goes, innit? And obviously, those that know who I am, innit, know why I'm Enoch out. Innit? Like, I was always Enoch out more, to be fair. You know, I used to say, who cares about football, innit? I'm still Enoch out. Bro, we face, even if we went down last year, yeah, more people would be Enoch out. However, for me, I didn't really care too much. I cared about my personal life, innit? You know, when a company is affecting your personal life, that's when you end up moving a bit different. And but yeah, that's enough of me said. Happy feet. I know you haven't spoken a lot.
Yeah, but before Happy said something, I just want to say something about Marmoush because I know he wants to say something about Marmoush. So for me, with Marmoush, I was watching a video from a Man City fan the other night. It's talking about how obviously Marmoush didn't get his chances at City because of Haaland, and even when he did play at City in this, you know, short spurts, he was playing as a striker. But then he looked back. It was like a video, so he looked back at like his time as Frankfurt, and obviously at Frankfurt he played with Ekitike a lot, so he was kind of playing as like a second striker almost, and he got like I think 20 Bundesliga goals or something, or 15 in half a season. And he made the Bundesliga side team of the season, even though he was only there for half of the year.
Only there for half the season. And that's why I'm saying Solanke is very vital to our plan. Because Solanke, sorry to cut you out, innit? Why I said Solanke, I'm now more favourable of Solanke staying than with Charleston staying. Because Solanke has one attribute that he does really well, which will enhance Marmoush's performances on the pitch, and that is hold up the ball.
He's like a foil, and he's a foil as well. Yeah,
100%.
So drops a lot, so Marmoush can go into the space.
Exactly. So Solanke plays that role proper well. Like in terms of, he's a perfect candidate for Marmoush. If you get where I'm coming from. For us to get rid of someone like Solanke now, I think Tottenham will be missing the mark. In fact, that will mark my scores from right now. I'm being honest with you. Even if we end the window right now, and it takes a lot. You guys have been streaming with me for a long time. It takes a lot for me to give credit to these guys. I'm saying sit on the floor as a 9 out of 10 sign, 9 out of 10 window. Yeah. Even if we end it right now and not get the striker that a lot of people would like us to get. I think Solanke offers so much now. Marmoush is there.
Even Gakpo can play that sort of role as well because he drops in a lot. So like the sort of like Firmino kind of striker because obviously Holland, he kind of plays that way. Like he does play the target man, but also I watch him. He'll drop into the pocket. Yeah.
Man, you're talking football, innit? I only have conversations with people that understand football, innit? Yeah. You're talking football.
Harry,
you mentioned
that.
Sorry, Happy Pete. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're absolutely fine. No, I was just really interested in what you were saying. But on Marmoush, for me, if I may touch on that, I just think that's a huge signing for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and I think that is very good business. And why Savio, I'm happy with the signing, and I've definitely warmed to it. Just mainly because I love that he wants to be Spurs. Xavi as well, big reason him wanting to be Spurs. I love players that want to play for the badge. Porro reminds me of that situation when he was desperate to join Spurs. We need more of that for me. It's not everything, but it is very key. But Marmoush is what I call a ceiling raiser. People may disagree with that. Savio, there's an element of risk in terms of, I think we can all agree he's not worth 75 million. If we can't all agree on that, we can certainly all agree on that he's not worth 85 with add-ons. But that for me shows that they believe in the player and they believe in De Zerbi's ability to improve the player. So that's actually for me going, do you know what, De Zerbi, we trust you. Savio, we trust you. And I like that. It's trust for me that is very key there. And sometimes you have to just pay up, as simple as that. That is shown ambition. But I think a lot of it, like Jan-Paul van Hekken, no way is he worth 52 million. But you believe in the player that he's going to become that and surpass that. You believe in the manager to get it out of him. So I like the way we're moving in that in the transfer window. For me, and this may ruffle a few feathers, but for me, it is a 10 out of 10 if the window closed now. And people go, hang on, if we had more, how are we going to do then? It's just a 10 plus at that point, in my view, right? Because if you said to me we'd spent £185 million in midfield, signing 2 super midfielders, I call them, in Tonali and Fernandes, signed 2 top attackers, one certainly top attacker, even if you think Savio's not quite there. Savio and Marmoush is huge. Spend that money in attack, then improve the defence. We've improved every area of the pitch pretty much for me. I would have actually taken probably just half of that. So it's very easy to see now.
Ask your question. Sorry.
Anytime, you can.
Yeah, no. It's just about what you were saying.
You will anyway, so go for it.
No, you were saying it's a 10 out of 10 window, right? You were saying it's a 10 out of 10 window.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm saying it's a 9 out of 10 window. The only reason why I say that, and it's only for one particular reason. We didn't address the goalkeeping position, the goalkeeping position, which to me is a major position. That's why I can't give it a 10 out of 10. If it stayed like how it is, it's a 9 out of 10. So what would you suggest to that?
I would say that you make a really, really good point, to be fair, TJ. And I actually think that Tottenham have missed a trick. And hear me out on this, because you're going to jump, because this is Argentinian. But Emi Martinez. But
no. Harry, I'm in your camp. I want Martinez.
Oh, you are? Oh, thank God. I think, Harry, don't go there. But listen, Emi Martinez, I think Tottenham have missed a trick with it, because 7.5 million he's going to go to Chelsea for. He's an upgrade on Robert Sanchez, and I suspect Chelsea will sell Sanchez before the end of the window. And if they can't, for whatever reason, probably because he's not very good, then it'll be in January the latest. And they're going to get more than 7.5 million. So they've upgraded, made a profit. And I just can't get my head around it. And for me, he would be the perfect mentor for Anton Kinski, because I feel like right now we're saying to Kinski, you're the number one, whatever you do. And Dubravka, while he's got Premier League experience, that's kind of a last result of Kinski's, putting their own goal in his net 100 times a game. Then, okay, Dubravka might be needed. But the bar is low, with all due respect to Dubravka. And Dubravka will be that mentor, I'm sure. Absolutely. Austin will learn off him, I hope, as well. But the difference is, for me, is the level. Emi Martinez for 2 years, I think.
We'll buy Sanchez, watch it.
yeah, exactly that. And we don't want Sanchez there. Yeah, that's the thing. You could have done that. You never know. But in all seriousness, Martinez annoys me. But we have a lot of players like that. Some say shit house is what people would say. We have players like that at our club. Let's not pretend Richarlison is one of them, right? Yeah. Maybe we've got rid of running Romero. And I hate that of Martinez. Of course, he's annoying for Argentina. Of course, he's annoying for Villa. But he's a blooming good goalkeeper. And I think for 7.5 million, Tottenham have missed a trick, because Chelsea have upgraded and they're going to save money in the process. I just think it would have been perfect.
Well, wait, I'm in your camp, by the way, Martinez. I watched Martinez at Spurs for I don't know, since he was at Arsenal, if I'm honest with you. Since
I watched him play, you and me both, my friend. Yeah.
It's the same with, you wanted, what is that manager called? Sean Dyche? No, Sean Dyche. Yeah, man. You were on the Dyche wagon for a very long while. But yeah, carry on.
But do you think, by the way, I'm not so I agree with you about Martinez. I would say, I think we should have got him. But do you think, because of what happened with Kinski, last year,
you have to, don't you? Yeah,
he played with us through the injury and kind of gave up his summer or his World Cup chances, and he kind of saved us. Do you think the club is sort of, and even Zerbi in some sort of ways, is rewarding him and saying, because obviously they got Vicaria's left, right? And saying this is your chance to become a first-team goalkeeper. If he messes up, I can say us just getting rid of him anyway. But
you're right. Yeah,
I think that's what they're doing. I'm not. By the way, I'm with you. I would have signed Martinez in a heartbeat. So but I'm just saying, do you think that's what the club's doing? Yeah.
I think the club will know that Kinski's not David Raya. He's not Donnarumma. He's not Alisson. He's not going to be Emi Martinez when he signs for Chelsea, but you're right. They have to, don't they? Really, let's be honest. After what he done last season, he kept us in the league, as you rightly said, was exceptional. There's no doubt in his ability, particularly his distribution. But I think he's a very good modern goalkeeper, Anton Kinski, and I think he's got a lot of potential. But I feel like we're very much saying to him, right, boom, now, whereas I would have preferred. They can't play two keepers, each interchange them for one game. I'm not suggesting that, but I am suggesting that we do ease Kinski in just a little bit. And I don't think, because look, Dubravka for me, does that show a lack of trust in Dubravka or complete faith in Kinski that he played against Charlton? If Dubravka's not going to start against Charlton in the second round of the Carabao Cup, when is Dubravka going to start? So Kinski's going to play, okay, not too many because not in Europe. He's going to play the maximum games. Will Dubravka play one game? He'd be lucky to get that. So that tells me that he's just there to make up the numbers and be a mentor. But you're right. But I would say that we're not a charity. And this week I've been pushing the argument that it is time to move on for Richarlison if we do sign one more attacker. Both in terms of... I think... we have to. with foreign quota, we have to sell someone to take your pick, right? And Richarlison for me should be the one that is sacrificed. I think proper club maybe would have got rid of him 2 years ago. Some will say I can see that, but I think we're not a charity. We do have to move on. By all means, if nobody else comes in, like if we keep him, although he's frustrating, it's better than letting him go and there's no replacement. But if we do bring in another attacker, I do think Richarlison has to go. So we're not. You can't be a charity in that way. And it's the same with the goalkeeper. I saw someone who's wobbly against Brentford, and that is ever so slightly concerning. It's nothing to, it's a small sample size, if you like.
The first goal, he punched it out.
He just filled me with no confidence, but he hasn't often filled me with a lot of confidence. But he's always filled me with more confidence than Vicario. But the bar is low. That's the thing. We look at Kinski and go, "You're better."
Even that goal from Charlton, in my opinion, he should have saved that.
I think the backline trusts him more than Vicario, but again, for me in Vicario, we're going to an average Premier League goalkeeper, just decent. I think people were very, very harsh with Vicario. Decent goalkeeper to a good goalkeeper in Kinski, so it's a step up. But what we really need is an elite goalkeeper if we do want to get to the next level. And I don't want to be greedy after this summer. And I don't think it is greedy in saying $7.5 million for Emi Martinez. I'm not saying let's go and spend 50 million on a Trafford or whatever. Martinez, $7.5 million, and I think Villa would have done a loan. They're so desperate to get rid of him at the end. They would have literally gone on loan, right? So that's the frustrating thing. He wanted to leave Villa, and he's a player that kicked up a fuss. Not the first time he's done it. Look at David Raya, kicked up a fuss, wants to leave Brentford. We wouldn't pay 40 million, so he went on loan to Arsenal, and they bought him for half the price. That really frustrated me. We wouldn't have been in this situation if we had lowballed initially. But thank goodness we haven't got the problem of Daniel Levy and the lowball tactics anymore.
Yeah, and Eugene, before we go on to, because I want to speak briefly about another transfer, but what do you think about Marmoush and Savino? Inikin?
I've been like unique. Give them a chance, right? So, yeah. Can you guys hear me now?
Eugene, you missed the mark.
I'm a bit off.
What would have been golden?
I'm still a bit off.
What would have been golden? If you were to say, right? I'm Enoch
Marmoush and Savinho.
Imagine Eugene said Enoch out.
I was waiting. I was trying to do this.
I bet he's only saying he's in because TJ's out, and then now TJ's back in. Eugene's out. That's fucking hilarious. Just switching up the narrative.
In out.
No, not Enoch out, not Enoch in. I'm not Enoch in, I'm not Enoch out. I'm just Enoch now. Just wait and see what they do. So they're showing some ambition, right? Marmoush, Savinho coming in is a good thing. The only thing is that we need the team to gel. Yes, start playing as a team. That will show the results. But the thing is that will our fan base have that patience to wait for that? You get what I'm saying? That's what I fear. But at the moment, he's getting most of what he wants, right? So Marmoush coming in, Savinho coming in, to tell the truth, it doesn't matter where they play, just as long as they perform, score the goals, get us the wins, right? That's what I'm looking forward to. And as for the rating for this transfer window, I've been saying I moved the needle up a bit. Now it's about 7.5 to me because we still lack a right back. I don't want to see Archie Gray hit the right back anymore. Right now, the poor boy's development, right, is being screwed right, left, and center. Yes, he's a confused guy now. He's the captain. He's right back. He's midfielder, right? And we've seen him perform under Ange when he was at right back. So to me, get a right back. The striker's position is that we still need the quality. Now we're stuck in a dilemma whether we're going to take Solanke or Richie. But I think we'll have to let Richie go because of the homegrown quota. We are above
we'll have to let
2
him
players
go.
now at the moment. We've got 19, so we need to slash 2. Yeah, we have to
Saar,
slash 2. He's the optimum. We'll call yeah, and then we'll let Saar go, and Richarlison and Saar. If both of them go, then it balances out the squad. But the thing is that the Zerbi has always said, I don't want a large squad. I don't want 25, 26 players. He wants to work around 21 players. So let's see how that goes, because the rest of them most probably will be filled up with, I don't know, maybe our academy players and all that. So that will be slowly bet in, right? So that means it will give, I think, Mikey more chance, right, to have a few games in. But this season we're only playing, not in Europe, so there's less games and all that. But the games are coming thick and fast, right? The games are coming thick and fast. Most important is Marmoush, Savinho. Hopefully we'll see them this Saturday. Hopefully they put up a good performance, right? And we'll say hopefully a lot of times nowadays. Hopefully.
but
hopefully
before we go on,
FC,
I want to talk about something quickly. So Richie just spoke about it, and we've been linked with Njai. I can't spell his name right.
Ndai.
Is that spelled right? I probably spelled it wrong.
No, that looks so wrong, to be honest with you. It looks so wrong, but I'm dyslexic, so you're asking someone that don't know how to spell. I don't know.
Because I know you're vocal about Leao. So do you think there's
man, you know what? Yeah. Do you mind if I go first on this tape?
Yeah, I want you to go first. That's why.
Yeah, cool. Look, Ndai, I think he's a really good player.
You spelled it wrong.
Between Ndai and Gakpo, I would lean more to Gakpo only for the reason of this. He offers something different that we don't have in our squad. A player that is just ruthless enough to shoot the ball. If you get where I'm coming from, he constantly shoots the ball. He might not be a fast type winger, but we've got people like Tell, and Tell's looking to stay. We've now got Savinho and Savio. Bro, what is with his name? He changes his name like an underpants, bro. At one time it was Savinho. Now it's Savio. Whatever his name is, we've got kind of similar profiles to Ndai in them players, I ultimately wanted the third option, which was Rafael Leao, but that's not going to happen. I'm a bit disappointed in that, So between Gakpo and Savinho, Gakpo and Ndai, for me, I lead towards Gakpo personally. I think it's a good option if we don't get Gakpo, and it's not looking like it's looking more like we're not going to get Gakpo because obviously Aston Villa, Illiman. Oh, he just call him Illman. That's bare L's. Well, that's bare L's. I don't know if I'm bugging, but that's bare L's, isn't it?
It's an I.
Iliman Ndai. Apparently, it's Iliman Ndai.
Yeah. No. For me, innit? Yeah, it's looking like we're not going to get Gakpo because of Aston Villa, and they've just brought their winger in. So it's like, I think Ndai would be a good Spurs player. You know what? He's proven that he is a good winger. I have watched him quite often, even last year. I just needed to get away from Tottenham to watch other teams play, and I was really impressed with him. I was also impressed with Grealish as well. So that says something, right? But yeah, no, that's my take on this. I would prefer Gakpo over Ndai.
Okay, before I carry on,
too easily impressed.
So, before you go, can you just tell me your score prediction for tomorrow's game?
You prefer Gakpo, yeah.
Yeah. I won't get sucked into that, but again, we're greedy at this point, aren't we? I'd take either. I do prefer Gakpo, but I don't expect anyone to come through the door, to be honest. I don't, but if they do, it's a bonus. That's the way I look at it. So I expect nothing, but if we get something amazing on deadline day, it always feels good. So, score prediction you asked me for the game I'm going to against Newcastle. I hate not to predict us to win, but I'm going to go 1-1. I think we'll see more of a structure. We'll see us looking more like a team. That's what I'm looking for more tomorrow. And Newcastle done well against Liverpool. They beat West Brom in the Cup. A bit uncomfortable towards the end, but still total control over the whole kind of 90 minutes. If we
They have a new
forget about the
manager,
last
loads
10.
of new players.
Yeah, Mateus Arsenal. Yeah, right back's doing well. Styles doing well. Hall looks very good. Apart from giving away that penalty, I felt from there. Whisper and Anger. Eddie Howe can get the most out of them last year. They started really well anyway. In 2-game sample size, Harvey Barnes looks better than ever. Lewis Miley's got the trust of the manager. So there's a lot going for Newcastle, but a lot of it could just be a new manager bounce. So 1-1. And I think if you said to me, would I take a point right now? I would. I wouldn't in 2 months' time. I won't in 1 month's time. But right now, we're still getting things right. We're still coming together, and I would take a draw.
And
Before
Jack,
you go,
I know
by the
he's
way.
very well.
Wait. Oh, bam. Before Jack goes on, quick one. Are you going to the game, Happy P?
Yes, I am. Yeah, that's the plan.
What time?
I'll be there.
What time are you heading up by any chance?
Oh, I don't know actually. I don't know. I'll drop you a message.
What,
I
do you want
don't
to
know.
tell
Send me a
everyone
message.
who's doing
So I need to
transport
message you as
stuff
well,
to
but I don't know
Lodge?
what time I'm going to be down there.
Everyone's gonna
Probably
fight
like
him.
3-ish.
We do
I think.
something though, yeah. We do something.
Yeah. Just drop me a message and let me know in it. You know. And
No
then,
worries at all.
Jack, you carry
Cheers,
on.
mate.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Jack, so I know you need to
Jack,
go as well. So
where we at?
score prediction tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, score prediction for Newcastle. I think I'm on the same as I think I'm at the same point as Harry. To be fair, I don't want to see a loss, but with the way that we played against Brentford, if we play the same way that we did again, it's just going to be the sort of the same sort of structure. But I think with these new players in, it'll give us a bit more edge, a bit more guile, a bit more speed on the ball, a bit more movement about instead of just trying to pass it in the middle. But I think for us to see that we are making this work and we're getting ready, we're getting better from what he was last season, also against Brentford. I think I'll just take a point here. So 1-1, 2-1 probably is where I'd be at. I think the best case scenario we get 3 points. The worst case scenario is we get nothing. But I think the most likely outcome, if the Zerbi says we're gonna get better and be better after that game and show off a bit more, then yeah, I think I'll just take a point. So I think 1-0 or 2-2. Yeah, that's probably where I am. To be fair, I think Savinho and Marmoush should probably both play at either the same time or roughly not far apart from each other. I don't think he's going to introduce Marmoush straight away in the starting lineup. I could be completely wrong. But I think he'll be. I think if we want to put the best case scenario, it's going to. I need the best case scenario, and if we really want the win and to start off strong, it's going to be Marmoush, Solanke, and Savio. That's probably where I want to see our front line.
And then Fernandez. I want to see Tonali probably.
Yeah, I want to see Tonali and Fernandez both in the same sit. And we haven't paid 185 mil just to see them both not play with each other. This is meant to be the next duo of things in midfield. I want to see them both. Yeah, no. And I want to see them both. Bentancur probably. I don't know. Not really sure with that. Yes, it'll probably be with Bentancur in the middle of both of them, or Bentancur off on the right hand side and put Tonali straight centre, and then if we're defending, just drop them back a little bit more. And if Van de Ven and Porro are both back in, that'd be great. I want them both. Van Hecker, either Ndougie or Robertson, one of the two. And Dougie's looking all right, but I don't want to chance it as much. And obviously, it's going to be Kinski in goal anyway. Yeah, exactly. But it's going to be Kinski in goal. That's probably how I can see it set up. If Zerbi wants to make a statement and prove his point that.
Do you think Porro's going to start?
We're not just going to sit back this time.
He hasn't played yet, has he?
I want him to. I think he'd be more or less ready, and he's more or less up for it after winning the World Cup. He's probably got a lot more. I'm not going to say balls because he had balls anyway, but he's got a lot more pushing him to be better this year. Obviously, that he was last year. He definitely had a massive point to prove last year, not just with the World Cup, but keeping us up as well and being a good player. But yeah, I'll be happy with a point. 1-0, 2-2, and that's probably where I'll leave it as that. To be fair.
Okay, cool.
Look,
nice
I'm going to jump onto
again.
Harry's other stream. I shall see you guys
Jack,
soon.
Before you go as well, I've got something for you in it. If you're not going to the game, like you said, on live, during the game against Newcastle, I'm going to be doing the TikTok. So if you want to jump on, you can jump on in it. I'm going to be at the Coaching the Horses. So I'm gonna wear my AirPods in it so I can talk to you if you want.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
it's-
Just let me know when you go over there. When
Yeah.
it's half time, I'm gonna be at home anyway. So when
Okay,
it's half time, I'll give you a text and we'll sort something out on
All right, no worries.
on there. Yeah.
Cool. See you later, my
Sweet
friend.
as. I'll see you guys soon.
Take care, Jack, man.
Take care, guys.
Yeah. We're on the
Um,
last topic anyway, the Newcastle game.
wait, no, we're not. You know why? We flew through the Indai thing because these guys were
Did you
leaving.
want to say
We
more
haven't
about
actually
Leao
heard
and
you.
Dai? Yeah.
No, we haven't
Oh,
actually
yeah.
heard Eugen's take, innit? You know. So Indai, like, what's your opinion? Do you think he's a good option, Eugen?
All right, take care.
Huh?
Huh?
Eugene, what'd you say?
I think he's lagging. You know, I think he's like 5 seconds behind us.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's moving, but I can't hear him.
And
Eugene.
I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, I'm a bit off today. Internet is bad. Don't have.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I know.
okay.
Internet's
No,
bad, and
it's all
yeah.
good. It's
Can
all
you hear
good.
me now?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can
no,
you guys
carry
hear me
on.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear
I
you.
think I'm a bit.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good. But I'm thinking about Ndai. I'm not. Yeah, about Ndai. Not too familiar with the player, right? So I won't comment on it. And he's not even a Spurs player yet, so it is what it is. Yeah.
What I would
Okay.
say, no, but would you prefer him over Gakpo? Because
Gakpo, yeah.
it's either Gakpo or Ndai, right? That's why I asked the question.
For me, I'm a Gakpo personally. I want a Gakpo
You're with
for a long
Gakpo,
time.
yeah? I think Gakpo offers something different. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's like we don't have a Gakpo in our squad.
No, for me, it's what I believe. Guys, for me, it's what I believe is. I know.
Let's pretend he's saying stuff.
No, I'm saying for me, right? It doesn't matter whether it's Gakpo and Dai. If they come in, then we have to see what they can provide. You get what I'm saying? At the moment, I don't even see. Yeah, just pretend I'm saying stuff. Yeah. Let me see
You're
whether I
lagging.
can restart this thing back. I'll be back, guys.
You know,
I'll be back.
He's like 5 minutes behind, didn't it? Do you realize?
Yeah.
So when we finish the conversation, he's only receiving
He's
it.
hearing it. He's hearing it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, going back.
Pretend that we're talking.
That's what I said. That's the thing, like, that he's talking, isn't it? No, going back to what I was saying, yeah, I think Gakpo offers something different that we don't have in our squad, and I think that's a really important thing for Tottenham because we have too many similar players. Look, Tell you know what I've got in it. Like, it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. But Savinho offers that raw pace and that raw like athleticism. And Intel, he kind of has that. He is fast and he is singing. What I would love to see, and also another thing, Gakpo offers height. He's like 6'3".
Yeah. That's what I mean by, like, as a striker, you can play along with him. And I have more confidence in him holding up the ball rather than Richarlison,
yeah.
So I think also he plays off the left. So like I said, combinations, you can play Gakpo off the left, Solanke in the middle with Marmoush, and then Savio or Kudus on the right. Like bring those three in. I was talking to Jack last week about it. We can do so many combinations with them three. Like, it's actually mad. Especially Kudus coming back, and you got obviously Solanke will probably be a striker, but like you can do so many combinations because Savio can play either wing, Gakpo can play, up front, left wing.
Yeah.
Marmoush can play left, up front, 10. Kudus can play 10 right. I mean, I don't think he can play on the left. We tried that under Frank and it was rubbish. But like, there's so many combinations you can play with those like attackers. Plus, obviously, you've got Xavi coming back. Even Xavi can play off the left. I mean, I'm not saying everything is going to happen, but
Madison played at less. Yeah, if he decides to play, but Madison played on the wing at Leicester for a very long period.
Off the left, didn't he? I think, didn't he?
On the right. To the right.
To the right.
To the right. Yeah. At Leicester, he did. Not all games, not every single game, but but some games he did feature on the wing, so he can play on the wing. I think Kudos. See, that's another thing. We're even missing players like Kudos. Kudos is more of a runner as well. That's why I would say, for me, Gakpo offers something different. But let me not sit here and lie to you. I think Ndai would be a good player for Tottenham as well. You know, either. You know what?
You can play left. You can play right as well, probably.
He can play both positions, right? I think.
He can't play up front though.
He can't play up front. That's the difference. Yeah. Whereas Gakpo can play up front and on the left. I haven't seen him on the right before.
But I think the reason they're going for Gakpo more also is because they want to get rid of Richarlison, and we can't really bring in someone who can't really play up front. Like, because say if Solanke got injured, I mean, you can play Marmoush, I guess, but maybe he wants to have that option of playing Gakpo there because Gakpo obviously played there for Holland in the World Cup as well.
You know, the thing is, isn't it? If I was to say, okay, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm going back on what I'm saying now. If I was to sign one player only based on what we have at our squad, I would actually say that I would prefer to sign a winger over a striker, only for one particular reason, because we brought Marmoush in, and also what did you call it? What's his name? Solanke pairs well with him. I'm actually confident Solanke will do well with Marmoush. Marmoush is the best player to get the best out of Solanke, in my opinion, you know? That's me saying something different. I ultimately wanted both of them gone, but as we signed Marmoush, I could actually see I could see the DNA in Solanke, right? But if I was to sign one player, it would have to be a winger. But then again, a bit of me is saying maybe Ndai is a better option because at least he can play on both wings. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I have a feeling Ndai's going to go City because of the Grealish thing, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what's happened today. So
I also believe but I also believe Ndai will be a cheaper option because whereas
I think he's cheaper.
No,
from what I've read,
he definitely will be. He definitely will be because I know Liverpool right now. Barcola is looking to. I think they've already signed Barcola. You know,
it's done.
It's done deal, isn't it? Yeah, but they're on the wing. On the wing, they're kind of weak. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So for them to let go of Gakpo right now would be a bit suicidal for Liverpool.
I know they're looking at Minte and
Minte.
There's another one as well. I think I can't remember.
The one that just went to Aston Villa.
Ismail Sarr.
Yeah. Oh yeah, from Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they were looking at him as well. So they are looking to add a winger. So maybe if they bring that in, they might sell Gakpo because.
Hey, I'm back.
You're back.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you know, Taj, you're right. You're so right. But like, if I was to sign one, I would more pivot towards a winger. And I think also another factor in this, isn't it? Ndai is definitely cheaper than Gakpo, 110%. But I also think we have even more of a waiver because we could easily go like, we want Ndai. You can have Richarlison, you know, and we can put on 30 million, 40 million, you know, and that will be a cheap signing. I think that would be a blockbuster. I think that would be the best sign. You know what? The best transfer, that will improve us, isn't it, for this window? I think that would be more.
Sarr as well. Apparently they like Sarr as well because I know Forest Billing with Sarr and Bergvall.
Okay.
So it's a bit. Thing is, like, I think it could be a madness in the last week. Like, I don't know. There's so many different possible transfers because Forest like Sarr and they like Bergvall.
Yeah.
And Everton like Sarr and they want Richarlison. So it's like they could possible swap deals. And obviously we like Gakpo, but then obviously City then negotiating with Ndai and Gakpo. Well, they're looking at both of them. But then I just don't know, man. Like, it could be any sort of combinations you could end up getting. You know, like I don't know what's going to happen. I actually don't know. Like I said, I personally prefer Gakpo, but it's because I actually like Gakpo as a player. If that makes sense, it's more like a bias preference. Like, it's just a bias, I guess. But like, that's
Are they the same type of players?
Yeah.
Gakpo and
No, are they
Royce
the
couldn't
same?
die. Is
Yeah,
that
are
what you're
they the
saying?
same type of profile of players that we need? Are they the
No, they're
same?
different. They're different because Gakpo is a taller build and he's more slower than Ndiaye. What Gakpo offers that Ndiaye doesn't is he's got a better shot in him. He's a more prolific striker because he can play in strike as well. Whereas Ndiaye is strictly a winger. You know, he doesn't really play in strike. Correct me if I'm right or wrong, chat. I haven't seen in his whole career, I haven't seen Ndiaye play strike. Well, I have seen Gakpo play strike many times. But we were just saying it's like two different profiles that could offer different things going forward. It's just what would the Zerbi want? That's the question that I also say, because if you go based on what De Zerbi needs, like in terms of his ideal profile of a player, in my opinion, is a guy. When you look at all the teams De Zerbi has,
Wait. The thing is that, right? What De Zerbi wants, we all know. He wants Gakpo, right? So if he can't get Gakpo, then maybe that is his second choice. Because at the moment now,
no.
way
Wait,
I'm seeing it, right?
can I just say something? Although you say that, I think he's the look. You know, if you're offered a player, the bigger name would be Gakpo. Yeah, I think in that circumstances, but based on statistics and when you actually watch all of De Zerbi's teams, all of his wingers are really short and really rapid. So you've got Mente, Matoma, Greenwood, and the other brother on the right side. They're all small wingers. They're not like Gakpo's build. I think this is probably the third. Again, I don't know. Even Marseille, not Marseille. Even at Schalke Donetsk, he was really he really liked Solomon. You know, Modric. Them type of players that are small in build. That's the type of winger that is associated with De Zerbi. Based on my analyzation of how I believe De Zerbi wants to play. Only De Zerbi will tell us what he wants. And in that circumstances, he said he prefers Gakpo, then fair enough, go for Gakpo.
No, it's first choice. But the thing is that if he doesn't get the first choice, right, he must have a second choice. Right now. But the problem is that, do we really need another winger? To tell the truth, right? We have enough wingers out there at the moment. Unless you get rid of Tel, right? You get rid of Mikey Moore. You get rid of who else have we got as wingers? You get him saying, right? And Richarlison. Don't forget, Richarlison can play on the left too, right? When he was playing for Ange, he used to play on the left. You get him saying,
yeah.
But to follow what De Zerbi wants, he wants Gakpo. Maybe Ndiaye is the one that becomes the second choice if he doesn't get it. But for me now, my worry is that we do need that right wing cover. I don't want to see Porro overplayed, you know.
Again, so you would prefer a right back than anything else? Instead of us getting a winger and a whatever, you would prefer a right back?
I prefer a right back and a proven goal-scoring striker.
Okay.
If you give me these two, right, I will move the needle up to 8.5. Right, I'll never give a 10 because there's no such thing as a 10.
That's why I said 9.3. I said 9.10.
But for me, right, a 10 is when we have reached that level, right, where we already have a team, and then we are challenging for the Champions League or the league, right, and we need an extra 2 world-class players coming in, right, to bring us to the next level. Then I'll say it'll be a 10. At the moment now, we're rebuilding. How can it be a 10 when you're rebuilding? We're not aiming for anything. You understand? We're aiming to be stable. We're aiming to be a team again. We're aiming to be cohesive, right? And not play like shit, you know, like when we play against Brighton. So at this moment in time, the players that come in, right, it doesn't matter whether it's an Ndiaye or whatever, unless Enid goes out and spends £1 billion in the transfer window and get players like Mbappe, right, Messi, Ronaldo, right, bring them all back, right, in the Spurs. You get him? Then we see what we're doing.
What goal-scoring striker you think of we can buy that will come to Spurs? Do you think? Because you mentioned it, so I'm asking you.
I've been saying for the whole season. I've been saying it, right. Get rid of the Pigeon or Solanke. bring in Osimhen.
I think that's a
It's
great take. You know what? You can't argue with that. I'm on Eugen's side here.
Would
Yeah,
he come
I'm
to Tottenham, though? Do you think he's going to come to
pay the
Tottenham?
money 100%. You would. It's
Yeah,
just
pay
the
the
money.
money.
It's just a salary. It's just a salary that he's on. It's crazy, and no team wants to go for it.
Not even Arsenal are looking at him. Like,
I'll
they're
be
looking at
honest with
Alvarez.
you. Yeah,
They're not really looking
No,
at
the thing is, okay, Osimhen is on 325k per week or some shit like that.
without tax. That's the
Without
important. You need to understand
Yeah,
that. Without tax. So
I know
when
it's
you
tax-
come to the UK, you need to offer around 450 or
Like
5.
500k, basically. 500k,
Yeah.
really.
Five, basically 5. Yeah, but the thing is that the thing is that we are not so strongly linked to it because I don't think Zerbi is that interested in him at the moment. That's the
He's not that
scary
keen on
part.
him, I don't think. That's what I
Yeah, he's
that's
not
what I
that
think,
keen, right? And he's still very, he talks up what you call it? He talks up
Solanke.
Solanke.
Yeah,
and
he
all
likes
that.
Solanke.
Yeah, but for Richarlison, I'm not sure, right? Because there is rumors that Richarlison wants to leave and all that. Maybe he's not fully in Zerbi's plan, right? Okay, if it's not Osimhen, right? You don't want to spend that kind of salary. Go and dump 80 million pounds on Brentford and say, I want ego.
You know what I would say? My suggestion is this. We don't sign a striker now. Okay, I'm going to say, guys, I want you to remember I said this here. Please come back to this day and say, TJ, you're ahead of the curve. Trust me. Remember this,
Like me.
yeah? I think I'm in big beliefs. Remember, I was ahead of curve. I was the only one in the fan base that said we will win the Europa League. Man, trademark that.
We'll give him
I
that.
would,
We'll give him
man.
that.
Yeah, man.
I'll give you that one.
100%. No, then mark my
I'll give
words,
you
innit?
We'll
I could
give you
see
that
a
one.
scenario like this happening, yeah? We don't get a striker this window, Well, this season, what I mean, even in January, we skipped January, yeah? We still have either Solanke and Omar Marmoush, and we're still or whoever, and we don't get a striker. We might get a winger. Our number one striker will be coming back to Tottenham, Harry Kane. Could see that happening. I could see that happening. That can only work out if we wait a whole season.
I thought you were saying, right? We will suffer with the 2 shit strikers we have, right? And then next season we will bring a proper striker. But not
Harry Kane. No, it will be Harry Kane. You know what? I have a funny feeling
he doesn't want to come back. He doesn't want to come back.
To smash the record. Trust me. That record, he spoke about many times.
Hold on. No, it's not to smash the record. All right? If, right, the Zerbi this season, all right, bring us on the brink of winning the title, you get what I'm saying? Then maybe we might be able to attract Harry Kane to come back to win the Premier League with Spurs. You get what I'm saying? If we are still like struggling and all that, right, still trying to break into Europe, and you ask Harry Kane to come back, he won't come back. He wants trophies now. He wants trophies. If he wants, the next trophy he really wants now is the Champions League. Why do you think, right? Barcelona is dangling that out there on him.
I know, but we can dream, innit?
Yeah, we can dream, but the truth, right? If
Remember,
PSG,
people was not dreaming about the Europa League, and I was saying we could do it. The same way you were saying Enoch in, and we were ripping out our heads after last season. Yeah, you can dream, and you got the dream, correct? Sometimes football is not dreaming.
What I'm saying is that unless we show certain improvements to actually attract Harry Kane to come back, right? Even if we're not second this season, maybe we break into the top 4, we're third, right?
I think you have to be in the Champions League. I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
And
then we're in Champions League, and then Zerbi says to Harry Kane, bro, we need you. You're the last magic jigsaw puzzle that we put it in, and it turns out into a trophy, yes, of the Premier League or the Champions League. That will, he's saying, I'm going for the quadruple. Come back and help me. You know what I'm saying? I'm building a squad for the quadruple or some shit like that, right, to bring Harry Kane back. But nah, guys, to tell the truth, right, at the moment now, if we do get rid of Richie, or I think we'll get rid of Richie because of the homegrown quota we've been talking about. Most probably he will be moved out, and to bring in another striker, he might not even bring in another striker because he already has Solanke and Marmoush there, right? So that I'm not worried about. I'm more worried about the right back position because I don't want Porro to be overplayed. Like I said,
we
before.
might get a right back, but I think it's dependent on how many midfielders we get rid of.
And I don't want to see Archie Gray there again, ever. Yes, that's the thing. I don't want to see Archie Gray there again, ever, right? And of course, when it comes to positions like this now, if he ties himself down like that, then he has to, be responsible for his actions. That's all, right? And if Archie Gray doesn't work out, and we are still, guys, I don't think we will be fighting for 17th spot again this season, right? So
hopefully not. And if we are, you know what? Yeah. Also, something I want to ask you guys, innit? Before we end the stream, what's the minimum? Where should we finish based on all the spending we have done? Where is the goal for us to be? What should we aim for? That's the question I'm going to ask you. But hopefully, after the seasons we've had, if we are facing relegation this season, Eugene, I'm with you. Burn it down, bro. Burn it down. Burn it down. Burn it down. I'm with you, guys. We can actually agree on one thing, man, because there's no way we will face relegation this year.
We hope we won't face relegation, but my hope is that
no hope. There's no way. Speak it into existence.
Yeah, there's no way that we'll be in a relegation battle again. That's one thing, right? Because of the money we spent, right? But it will take him time to gel 11 new players into a system, into a team, into a squad. And
that's why I'm not
11, not even 11. He needs the full 21 players that he says he likes to work with, right? And we have to use the squad. Yes, sir. Spurs needs to learn to use a squad of players, right? Because we've seen so many managers come to Spurs, right? They're all stuck with that first 13 or 14 players, right? And they all get burnt out throughout the season, even without Bruno. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying now is that no matter what happens in the Newcastle game, okay, we'll have to put out our predictions now, right, for the Newcastle game.
Yeah.
For me, is that if we can score 2 goals and not lose, I'll be happy. I think
we're going to win 2-1, to be honest.
I think we're going to win 2-1 as well. I'm in agreement. I think Tonali's going to score.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
I hope we're going to win 2-1, right? But the thing is that if we draw 2-2 or 1-1, I'll be happy. The other thing is that the performance. Yes, it's not. I don't want them to go out there, right, and play like what they play against Brentford, like shit. You know why?
We play like that.
It's like watching, Benny Hill, running around, bumping each other. Right?
Another hot take, I'll be honest with you, you're going to disagree with me.
No, the only thing we didn't have in that game, right, is tits. That's all.
Yeah, no. Also, you guys are going to disagree with me, but I've been really disappointed with Van Heck.
Yeah, he's not started. He's not started well. Yeah.
I've been really disappointed with Van Heck, and I've been really impressed with Ben Davis. Weirdly, I have actually been really impressed with Ben Davis. Whenever he started,
you're impressive with Ben Davis. I played against a C team, Charlton.
Every single time, hold on 1 minute. Every single time he has played, he hasn't done a thing wrong. Whereas Van Heck has done multiple things wrong now at this point.
Number one, Van Heck has just joined the squad. Ben Davis has been here for the fucking 10, 11 year, right? And how many times has he played? 12 years, right? How many times has he played? Okay.
Well, he's done well though. That's all I will say. I want to perform. I want our players to be performing on the best of their ability.
Like what Scott M says, right? Yeah, he's done well at his level. C team Charlton.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying we start. We're looking to start. What is it called? Ben Davis.
Exactly right,
But what I'm
guys.
suggesting is like Ben Davis has done well, innit? We have to give credit where credit's due. Van Heck hasn't done well yet. We being able to
He hasn't done well yet.
exactly.
Yet.
But this is my point. Against Newcastle now, we're going with the back line of Van de Ven, right? Are you pairing it with Senesi or Van Heck?
Van Heck with Van de Ven.
Van Heck with Van de Ven.
The thing is that, right, when they play for Holland, VDV is on the left. He plays left wing, left back. You guys
Left
see
back,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. So Van Heck plays right centre back or left centre back. I'm not sure. Maybe they're next to each other. Yes, sir. You don't be surprised, right? If Udogi is not fit enough, he might play Van Heck, Senesi, and VDV and Poro.
That could be a
Because at the
suggestion.
moment, yeah, you know why? At the moment, right, we lack that speed, right, and that ruthlessness, right, on our wings. I mean, on our left side.
Robinson has been good going forward, but bad going backwards, though.
He doesn't have the speed to come back anymore, bro. He's how old is he? He's 33, right?
Of course.
So
But in an ideal world, I don't think they're gonna play. He's going to play Van Heck. No, Van de Ven. It's flipping so similar names. Van de Ven. On the wing, on the as a wing back. I believe Van de Ven is going to play as centre back. I think the options are between Van Heck and Senesi. And honestly, as Van Heck has had, he was terrible against Brentford. Terrible.
He was awful.
Terrible against Brentford. Like, generally. I don't want to beat the bush too far. I would prefer Senesi or Ben Davis, bro. That's what I'm saying, innit?
Then you have to mash up Senesi with VDV.
Yeah, that's the question I wanted to ask, isn't it? Like I wanted to ask who you guys would pair based on the performances so far.
But things that we have not tried that pairing before. VDV and Senesi has not played before, right?
True.
The only combination we've seen the whole preseason is Van Heck, Senesi. In the first game, VDV did play, right, with Van Heck, if I'm not mistaken, right, against MK Dons, and then he didn't play at all. Or he didn't play at all.
Wasn't it with Ben Davis, that first game? Or was that the second game?
Yeah, one of those games he did play for a while, right? So after that, he didn't play, and it's been predominantly these two players between Van Heck and Senesi. Van Heck and Senesi then so came in once in a while, right? So I guess it's still for him to figure it out. Who is best to centre-back pairing? That's all I'm going to say. But we'll find out, guys, along the way, being Spurs fans, right? Now we're all uplifted with all the signings. Woohoo! I think 90% of the Spurs fan base saying this is at least a 9 transfer window. But for me, it's that I don't want to rate transfer windows because in their day, it has to be performed onto the pitch.
On the pitch, to see how it goes on the pitch. Yeah.
Another,
if you don't see it on the pitch, right?
Another thing, sorry. Just as you're talking about windows, isn't it? The owners have opened up a booby trap now. It can't just be one window. Otherwise, I'm back to the account. Let me make it clear. I do want to make that clear already, yeah? It can't just be one window.
We all know that.
Yeah, just making it clear, isn't it? Because there's certain people in the fan base, you're flip-flop. Nah, I'm not. I'm realistic, innit? You get where I'm coming from? I'm real. I'm real.
Yeah. What do you guys call me when I was saying in again?
You were crazy. You were crazy. You left in it that day when you said Ian Kin in it. You left early. Ox has. We had a whole segment on you.
Yeah.
We had a whole segment. We were talking about how crazy you are. No, genuinely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? We're talking about you. You
know what I'm gonna say, right? Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah.
No. We are being Spurs fans, right? We've been bitten so many times, right? We get PTSD, right? When somebody farts,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, Eugene, are you streaming sorry, doing like a stream
Yeah,
for
I'll
the
be
game?
doing okay. Saturday, it will be Sunday morning, 12:30 a.m. for us to watch the kickoff. I'll be doing a watch along and a viewing with the Toon Army Malaysia guys, right? In another Mamak restaurant, not my regular Mamak restaurant, one of the Mamak restaurants they choose, right? So hopefully I can get a few more Spurs fans to join me and make it a good occasion. Because the last time when we played them, I think it wasn't the last game, because I think it wasn't the last game that we played them last season, because we lost that 2-1. It was the game before that when we were away. You know, we always don't do well away against Newcastle, but somehow or another we got a point from them, and I had to thank them, right? Because that point played a big role of actually keeping us up. Right? So yeah.
And
So,
TJ, you're going to be at the Spurs stadium tomorrow, right? Well, not the
I
stadium,
will
but
be.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I will
Are
be
you
at the
going,
Spurs.
guys?
Sorry?
No, isn't Harry going?
I'm going,
Yeah, I'm
as,
going
well.
as well. Yeah, I'm going as
I'm
well.
going as well. Yeah,
and then on Sunday, 11 a.m. your time or so, right? We'll be doing the from another show, right? Most probably a review and all that of what happened on Saturday on Ricky via TV, and it will stream out on my channel too. So there'll be two
Fair
shows
enough.
coming up.
Because I think Arsenal don't play till Monday. They've got Villa on Monday.
Yeah, Arsenal doesn't play until Monday because of your bank holiday.
I will be going to the stadium. Just quick one. Anybody that wants to be featured on my TikTok, feel free to meet me outside the Spurs shop. Or drop me a message on TikTok. You can just see it's straightforward into Spurs, isn't it? I'm going to be releasing more content on TikTok. I've had quite good success on there. Generally, man, it's just gone leaps and bounds. And the more I use the TikTok, the more recognized I get. Like generally, might be coming away from YouTube. Generally, I swear down. Generally, like
TJ, if you got StreamYard, right, you can actually stream out from YouTube and TikTok at the same time.
Can you?
Yeah.
Wicked. You know what I was doing? Last 2 games, I was streaming on my phone, and I have my other phone there in it as TikTok.
Now, but you gotta get the paid version, that's one thing. Share it with Harry or something. Harry's got a paid version or something.
No, I've got the paid version myself.
If you got a paid version, you can actually. Now StreamYard gives you to stream out of 10 locations.
Does it?
Wow.
Oh, because before it was like only like 3 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, before it's 3.
Yeah.
But if you're using your channels, then it's 2. Even if you got 3, you have 2, right? So. And you're not gonna stream it off of your OnlyFans, so it doesn't matter.
Nah, man, I need to set that up though. I need to set that up, innit? Goonation.
And they go into Spurs.
Yeah, imagine I'm just promoting my OnlyFans.
Wait. I've got an OnlyFans channel for you, right? It's called Deep Into Spurs.
Deep Into Spurs. Golden. Nah, so that's my plan. So anybody that wants to be featured, feel free to come up to me. I'm not scary. Right now I'm growing out my hair in it. So you haven't seen my hair in it. My hair's mad, isn't it? It's very big. It's long. I'm growing out my hair to get it flat. So that should be a new thing as well, man. But
sooner or later you look like E.
Yeah.
I can still stream though. Like every so often on YouTube, I see him streaming, but it's quite rare.
Because of his work and all that, right? So the timing is good.
Yeah, because a week ago, I think he was live or something.
No, he does watch alongs too.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He still do them.
Yeah, he done the last one. Last game. Yeah. But man, it's good to be back. Really good to be back, man. Let's hope this season is better than last season.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh yeah, guys!
I couldn't do last season again. I can't do that again.
The Manchester City game is coming up, right? So, what do you think about?
Yeah, we probably should. It's 25 minutes. Yeah, it starts 25 minutes.
Wait, who's playing?
Palace away. They got Palace away.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you for telling me. I never knew. I'm gonna turn it on right now.
So they're playing the lineups: Donnarumma, Diaz, Gavardio, Riley, Kushinov, Guehi in midfield again. Guehi, Anderson, Cherky, Semenyo, Foden, and Haaland.
Oh,
Their bench
really
is so weird, man. It's like Kovacic, and I don't know any of the other players. Rico Lewis. I don't even know the keeper is.
We bought most of their players. So
you know, they sold like 9 players this window. If you go on the BBC, they listed all the players they sold. Because Gonzalez went to Newcastle.
Yeah. They've gone through a total rebuild, right? What to do? When you lose Pep, it is what it is.
But Haaland's still there, at least for now.
Oh, Haaland is going to Real Madrid next season. Don't worry.
Maybe
I'm ahead of
Tottenham. You never know.
He ain't going to talk. He ain't coming to Tottenham. He's already.
Listen, let's just say next season, yeah.
He might come Tottenham, man.
No,
Tom
let's just
Holland
say this season, yeah. Look, I don't believe we will be finishing above, what is it called? What's going on with my Wi-Fi?
Okay.
Flip, man. I have to do the password again. Wow. Bastards.
You're still on. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. It's just from my Fire Stick, innit? It's what is it called? Because I'm turning on the thing, innit? Yeah. No. What I was gonna say, innit? Let's just say Zerbi this season. I don't think we're gonna finish above the top. I don't think we're gonna finish in top 4. I think we could finish around 6, 7, 8 in Europe. I think that should be the goal, you know. But let's just say we finish top 4. Could we tempt Haaland to come to Tottenham?
Oh.
No.
Nah. If Real Madrid is going for Haaland, if Real Madrid is going in for Haaland, right? Haaland ain't coming here.
Oh, bro, we've got Chicken. We've got Chicken.
I know we got Skywalk too. We got Formula 1, Formula 1 under the track.
Skywalk, Formula 1.
Yeah. We got
Tom Holland can call him up, man. You know Tom Holland.
No, we got naked TJ, right? So yeah, he will come here.
Tom Holland's a Spurs fan. He messaged Haaland and goes, "Come Tottenham," and he was like, "Maybe one day or something."
Nah, he said, "Fuck off." Guys, Haaland ain't coming, right? The only thing is that if we do get top 4, maybe we might be able to attract Harry Kane back. That I will put it into it, but I ain't going to even look at that. I'm going to look at the first half of the season first. You get what I'm saying? If we are still trying to gel in November or December, right? That means that not to say we're in trouble. It doesn't mean that we're going to lose all our games, bro. We might win some, we might lose some, right? You know, it'll be an up and down roller coaster kind of thing again, right? Then maybe in January we improve a bit again. The Zerbi sees where he needs to improve, right? Then if we do move big again in January transfer window, then like you said, right? You know, you won't be Enoch out. You won't flip flop, right? We will still be following his plan, his rebuild, and all that. But I think that it needs time to gel. That's the most important thing, right? Wait, guys, be patient, right? Believe in the Zerbi, right? And then most probably we'll win the quadruple soon.
Cool. We should end it there then. I think that's
We're
a
gonna
good
win
way
a
to end it.
quadruple, man. We're gonna win a quadruple.
We'll win a quadruple. In the next 10 years, let's hope that happens.
Nah, I ain't gonna wait 10 years, 5 years. I'll take 5 years.
Wow. Ooh. 5 years quadruple. Let's see if that will end up happening. Cool. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Just message
I'm
me.
gonna see when I'm in Tottenham, innit? So
all right. See you next time, bro.
Right,
Cool.
take care.
guys.
All right. See you later.